Them throne. We ain't never left them alone.
Never have.
Them throne. We back every week in your home. What up, everybody? Man, the real Negus is back one more again.
Word up again.
Do people still say again, Mike? Is that buried in the lexicon, or is that like something we lost during the pandemic?
I think it's not cool anymore, but people who say there are people who say gin, but I think one more gin stopped being cool. So if you say gin now, it's because you just say gin all the time.
It's been right. I'm pretty much like committed to it at this point. Like it's right up there with with chuckle.
Yeah,
It's my least syllabic word. But anyway, what's up, Mike? Man,
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Another crazy week in these white folks show, man. These folks wilding, man. You can't eat no dinner with them, especially in low light atmospheres.
Bruh, it's almost like you're a prophet or a soothsayer because you were one episode early last week. If y'all checked out last week's episode, you were saying that 2 weeks ago actually, you were saying that the naming ceremony made you nervous because whenever the white people get together to eat, somebody dies. And I think
Right.
it was your fears were allayed for that episode. And I was like, well, maybe they're not doing that anymore. But apparently they're still doing that.
No. This was a January 6th dinner. This
Yeah,
was a
man.
January 6th wedding, man. Like they Buddy just went J. Cole, Keisha Cole relative just lost it on Buddy. God damn.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So let's start from the beginning, though. Let's go through the episode chronologically, because it was so much in this episode.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we start you know what? I knew that was the Veil. I was like, man, this place looks familiar. I was like, oh, they in the Veil. And you see old girl riding a little horsey with the feathers hanging on the side. And I just kept thinking, Mike, like, I mean, this is a show about dragons, and the only weird, unusual animal is a dragon. And that gotta mean something. Like, you ain't giving us you got the three-eyed raven, but that's like a raven that grew up, close to like power lines or something.
Yeah, man. He grew
And
up.
it just had enhanced ability.
Yeah, I grew up with three-eyed birds and fish. So, I'm used to like a three-eyed raven is not a magical creature to me. I grew up in a town with a nuclear reactor. And so, I don't know if people know this, but nuclear reactors have to exist by a lake, whether it's man-made. So the lake, my town was on a lake. So the water in my town, man, people would catch three-eyed fish because it was the water that cooled the nuclear reactor. So I seen it. I don't know
Hey,
about a three-eyed raven, but a three-eyed bass. I've seen that.
Mike, did you grow up next to the Black Little Mermaid? Did she come from that lake?
Yeah, yeah. She was a Gullah Geechee. We had a Gullah Geechee mermaid, man. Um, she always talking about I swim over here. Y'all ain't never heard my good. You ain't never heard me talk to my mama like, or slip into my South Carolina accent. But yeah, we had a Gullah Geechee mermaid, man. But the mermaids
Okay.
where I'm from, they could only backstroke. They wasn't good at breaststroke or freestyle swimming. But yeah, we had some Gullah Geechee mermaids. I grew up near the black mermaids.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just kind of curious. You said it was the nuclear reactor right there by the lake. So, I mean that just sounds like an origin story of some sorts. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man. Yeah,
But no, I
we
was
had
just
all of
saying,
that. But she couldn't be riding a,
no,
a, a, a unicorn or like the dudes in Wakanda, they ride rhinoceroses with saddles on them, man. But she's just riding a regular old horse, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I need to see like a fast sloth. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
man.
Like something like a bad like a jacked sloth or something, and be like, it like breathe Kool-Aid or something. I don't know, like just give me something besides the dragon. You know what I mean? Like the dragon can't just be the apex of the food chain. It got to be something like I don't know, like a talking giraffe or something. They like badass giraffes, like they could just I don't know.
Yeah, man. Like like
But
like they
anyway,
should at least have like so if the dragons could breathe fire, they should have something that could well not I guess that would be spit. I was gonna say that could spew out water or at least give us some wind or something like a wind breathing rabbit or something like that.
we need one of them animals from Avatar. Like Avatar had like all the little animals, and they was like little hybrid joints. They had like the horse, goat, and like the donkey ant. Like they had donkey roaches in that thing, man, in the little tree. If you shook the tree a little hard, that's supposed to
Yeah,
be in the
man.
second one. So yeah. But anyway, man, we didn't get all the way off topic. Man, your boy Damon again, man, he is making all Damons look bad. This motherfucker came out of nowhere with the hood on, where your hood at, and just caused the horse to just fall on old girl, man. I mean,
Hey
I'm
man,
talking like
what if it
calamity of times a thousand.
yeah, man, like first of all, it's white privilege when you can walk around the veil with in a hoodie and nobody don't call the police, nobody don't know who you are, right? Um,
Right.
and then let me ask you this, right? So all the previous episodes, nobody even argued with Damon when he was saying, "Yeah, man, y'all got me married to this ugly little woman." Like I was expecting an ugly
Yeah.
woman, man. Like she actually cuter than Rihanna Targaryen. But we ain't gonna
I
talk about
mean,
that.
she had cakes.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk
Hey man,
about that. You know what I'm saying? Her hair
she
was a little
wasn't
greasy,
bad.
but she ain't washed it. You know what I'm saying? But she was not. She cuter than the king's wife. She cuter than Rihanna
Yeah.
Targaryen. She cuter than a lot of the people
She
we seen trying to marry toddlers in this show, man. So I don't understand what Damon was beefing about, man. Now she was mean to him, but apparently he was mean to her.
right. Yeah, it was just a defense mechanism. She is just kind of built up. You know what I mean? Like, I mean she had the fresh fall Ralph Lauren collection on, and
Yeah, all
I
polo,
mean
all
like
polo.
it was just cruel how he did it. Yeah, it was all polo, man. That was she had the young Dro accessories. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Young Dro would have been proud. But yeah, man, I mean he just riled up the horse and crushed her. And then like she talked shit to him, and then he came and crushed her head with a rock. And I was like, damn, bro, like that was just mean. Like it's crazy how on this show, like you see all kind of graphic violence, but you kind of see it in the context of like, something, you know what I mean? And you just kind of like excuse it. But then, like, this was like maybe one of the first just like overtly mean acts that I was like, why you do that?
Yeah, man. But in a sense,
It's just that,
I guess if I had fallen off my horse, because apparently she was paralyzed like Christopher Reeves. Superman. That's how Superman became a paraplegic. He fell off a horse. But um, what are your choices? You want to stay there and let I guess there are no, but they kind of on the coast, right? The Vale is on the coast, so the crabs might come and eat you, man. Like or the animals are going. Cause she going hunting, so animals are out there. So I'd rather have him bash my head in with a rock, maybe than just waste away. But like I don't even know why she ain't hollered. Old boy who she had just passed by on the road, he couldn't have been that far away.
he couldn't, yeah, I mean, she should have, like, I mean, I know she had, like, do you think when she was she get signals on her Raven? Like you
Nah,
think she
man.
was in a bad Raven area?
Nah, yes, she probably like if she would have had one of the new 5G Ravens, maybe. But I think
Yeah.
the Veil is still on 3G Raven signals.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Probably what they're gonna have to do is plant one of them trees out there so that they can get the Wi-Fi tree, and that'll prevent what happened. Um, uh, yeah, I mean it's crazy because of why he did it. Like we found out later in the episode why he killed her like that,
Yeah,
and
man.
I was like, man,
It's basically a
it
real
could have just
estate
been a
deal.
better way.
Yeah, it's basically a real estate deal, though.
No, I mean he just wanted to have a place where he could bring his niece back and smash in peace
Yeah, man. You
and
know, a
like smash her
vacation.
through the moon door. Right. Do you think that he would like smash in the moon door and then like they land on the dragon on the climax part? Like, are they
Nah,
that freaky? They ain't that freaky.
nah, man. I don't know. I don't know if they get that freaky. They get down like that. But I will say that, while what Damon did seems kind of cruel, like I don't even want to get political, but that's a lot of white people got property in America, right? Like they killed black people to get property, they killed natives to get property. Like that's how you got property in a
Very
lot of
true.
societies. Um,
That's
and
what
it was even sometimes more brutal than that. But we'll move on. Um,
you will move
so
on. We won't go there.
so yeah,
Uh
so they in the court. We the I think the next scene was by the Wi-Fi tree, right?
Nah, the next scene was the king being seasick. I mean,
And he ain't
like
got
this
no kingly
man,
qualities, man. Like zero kingly
yeah,
quality. He
bro.
can't even ride. Like he can't even be somebody ride or die because he gets motion sickness when just on the
You get
ride part. Not even he don't. You don't even get to the die part because he get motion sickness on the ride part.
and see that's what was frustrating about this episode is like every time they would show him, he would look like he was close to death. Then he pass out, die, and then they say, he in the next episode like sipping water. I'm like, bro, like you just died. Why you back? Like I know they ain't got no defibrillators back then. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. But they had just had the dinner. I imagine that to have a gathering like that, the fire marshal has to be there. So they probably had some EMTs around when they had that
Yeah,
emergency wedding.
yeah. I think it was interesting because we got to look at the singer Meatloaf. I don't know how much you tuned in to Meatloaf. He
Bro, I
recently
know
passed
Meatloaf.
away, but
Yeah,
but
I know
but he's the
Paradise
hand
by the
of the
Dashboard
king
Light.
now.
Yeah, that dude did look like
Well,
Meatloaf, man.
you know what my fondest memory of Meatloaf is?
What?
When in the middle of like the blackest NBA All Star game, I think it was Michael Jordan's last NBA All Star game, and that was when Mariah Carey wore the Jordan jersey dress,
Mhm.
and they was in Atlanta, and like you got Ludacris, Jermaine Dupri, all of that, and in the transition from the dunk contest, no, from the 3 point to the dunk contest, like Meatloaf came out and did his greatest hits, and it
Yeah,
was
man.
like, who the fuck? And Charles Barkley cracked one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard him say. He was like, "Who invited Meatloaf?" It was like the timing of it was so funny because it was like Meatloaf was just singing his heart out to like all black, like spinning rims, hip hop culture in the crowd, and he's singing whatever it is he was singing. It was funny, but
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
now
that
he's
was
the
back
hand
when
of
the
the
NBA
king.
was still not embracing that it was just a black sport and it was trying to still attract white people. And so you like in the middle of all that blackness, you gotta give something to the whites. That's affirmative action.
Yeah, it was like Yeah, that was when they was trying to make Hito Turkaloo a thing.
Yeah,
And it was
man.
like he's not good.
Yeah, and so like just like Meatloaf was affirmative and affirmative action hire, the Meatloaf in this basically got his job because his the hand of the
The
king was
daddy
broke.
got fired.
Yeah,
Right. So now
and
he's sitting on the boat like, damn man, this nigga is sick, bro.
yeah,
Like it was just realizing how sick he was.
yeah, man. And then so they go first of all when they get to Corliss house, right? Like so be stuck. This is something you might have to might have to explore. Is it a southern thing or is it like just courtesy? Like when people pull up to your house, you're supposed to go to the door and greet them, right? Like you just don't let them in. Some people walk outside. Now, I had forgotten about that. When I grew up, like how people used to beep the horn before they leave, as they was leaving out
Right.
of the driveway until I moved into this small town. And I'd be like, why do people? Oh yeah, I forgot people do that. But Corliss came. He got to Corliss house, man. And Corliss was in the house. I guess he was washing up, or you know what I'm saying. He was in the house sitting in his recliner, and he didn't even come outside to greet the king, man. Which Meatloaf took as a insult.
Meatloaf was mad as hell, bro. He was like, hey man, what y'all out here doing, man? Where your dad at?
Yeah,
Get your dad out here.
it was like, man, he just got back in town, bro. And so
Right.
Viserys go in, and Corliss just chilling, man. Like he was sitting on the couch watching the game, sitting in his throne. Then he got the throne with no other. He know Viserys coming. He ain't got no chairs in the room.
He ain't got no chairs. He ain't got the dishes ain't washed. You know what I mean? Like the clothes were still everywhere. You know what I mean? Like it was wild, man. Because now here's the wild thing, Mike. You was talking about me and my prediction with the family. Eating around the white folks. Uh, you thought or you guessed that Damon might have been questionable, but Corliss' son
Right,
is the
right,
one.
right. And the bad
That
thing
man
about it,
switch hitter.
and the bad thing about it is Corliss can't accept. Like Corliss knows, but he can't accept his son's sexuality.
Yeah, he in denial.
But the weird thing about, just the whole, part when they went to Corliss' house and, they had a little cookout, the first cousins got to play together. It's like they said they grew up together. Like they know, like it ain't like, I know this your cousin and we have familiarized yourself that y'all are family. Like they literally grew up together, and now they're gonna be married, man. Like, like how you gonna marry
Yeah,
somebody like who is like you was at the family reunion with her, man. Y'all used to sit next together in church, ride in the back of your mama's station wagon. Y'all used to share dragons together, and now y'all go marry. But I guess if y'all first cousins, cause like first cousins accept each other when the world will not. So she knew, like, Corliss' son was gay, man.
yeah, yeah. She knew off top. I mean, I think it was he give off the J.D. Smith vibes, and he got the full J.D. Smith thing going on, and I don't know if J.D. Smith get down like that, but like it was just kind of weird. I mean, actually, Mike. I mean, I kind of knew he was gonna be like that because in the black movies, man, they don't never let you just be like a normal. Like we don't never get like just
Yeah,
like
you just can't be a
easy
normal black
flowing like
guy.
nah.
You got to be either you got to be different, right? Like Corliss can't
You
be
got yeah.
like old girl who died due to rock poisoning. Like she was just somebody who lived at the Vale, right? Corley's got to be
right,
the
right,
richest man. Like Corley's made him, he a self-made billionaire shipping magnate. He just can't be a regular black guy like all the other families. They
right.
just they just regular rich white people. And Corliss
Yeah,
had to be like he got to be a genius shipping magnate who can he control the seas all by himself. And so his
right.
sons can't just be like, the children of rich dudes, right? Like all the other kids on the thing. Like he have to have a daughter who might be queen, who got natural 4C curls, right? Or a gay son. They just can't be just like regular black people.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying that, it's abnormal to be that way. I'm just saying that, like, you just knew, like, he wasn't going to be somebody that just, make paper airplanes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was just going to be another conflict that's built onto another conflict that just raised the stakes. And it's like, yeah, he probably gonna make him that way. And then behold and lo, Lord. And he rolled out, and him and
But
Philip
but
Seymour
but
Hoffman daughter.
But do you know why that is,
Oh, go
right?
ahead.
Do you know why that
Well,
phenomenon is? Like, so we're not criticizing homosexuality or no anybody's sexuality, but like, so what we're talking about is it's a phenomenon that like movie writers, television writers, and even like psychologists know is that white people cannot empathize with a black character. I mean, there's studies that show this. Like, they literally did neurological studies, and that shows like white
right.
people cannot empathize with black characters unless they so a white person sees him as just like somebody they can't empathize with. But if he has something like his sexuality or an affinity for pants, or he's an athlete, like that is what a white audience can empathize with, and it's not even a criticism of uh, of the show or of anyone's sexuality. Like it is a common
It's
trick,
a thing.
right? Like
Yeah,
even in the original show, right? Like the best warrior on the show, he also had to not have a penis, right? Like it is a
right.
thing. Like just think about any show with a white cast. Think about the special quality that the black person has. It's called the magical Negro quality in some cases, but it's a trick to get people to
He
care
he
about a
must
character.
overcome. He must overcome this block that I put in his way. Like, yes, he's strong, but I'm going to make him weak.
Right.
And that is how I'm able to see him. I cannot see a someone that may be fully my equal, because we're just out here laying dragon pipes to our family members.
Right. Like I mean, otherwise
But
he's
yeah,
I mean, he's not I mean, when you think about it, right? Otherwise he's not really a special character, right? Like he is just a
yeah.
black
I
dude.
mean, we could. Yeah, I
Like
mean, like it all. Yeah, it all play out. I think to the one part that I think, and I don't know what happens behind the scenes, but just as a black character, you had to really like connect with the fact that Corliss gave the king this odd look every time he coughed. Like that's something that all black people do. Like
yeah.
white people cough, bro. Like I'm on high alert, man.
Right.
Like
And he wasn't
we was
covering
in
his
the
mouth, man. He wasn't doing this.
he wasn't, man. Yo, Mike,
He kept saying,
when
"You all right? You need a seat. You need some water." Bro, what? Like I don't know. You got COVID-1. You got dragon pox, man. Like, and then did you see when he shook his sister hand and she's like, "Yeah."
right, cause he had like six. He down to six fingers, man. Each episode he lose a finger. So this
Yeah,
was the
man.
fifth episode. I think he like this now. Like this is
Yeah.
um. But no, I the pandemic, man, like it is like heightened awareness of everything, especially when people cough, and like And we was at the grocery store, and man, somebody called from like 3 aisles away. Man, we grabbed our groceries so fast.
Hey, you like the I forgot what animated movie that was, but like remember what animated movie when they had a dog and then it'd be like the dog would be talking like squirrel. That's how coughs
Oh,
are.
uh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what movie was that? I forgot what movie that was, but yeah. I
And,
mean,
and
it's
and that's
like
one of
we
my
don't
that's
even.
so that's so I yeah y'all know so I write some for television, but that's another trick. Like there it is to me is rote, but they put whenever somebody gets sick, no matter what the disease is, you can get shot, but the way that you signify that you're dying or that you're sick is the cough. Like you can have cancer. Why do people with like liver cancer cough? But on
Right,
TV, people like the way that you symbolize that you're sick is the coughing, man. He kept coughing, man. Then and he didn't wash his hands when he got off that boat. So, I
right.
can understand why Corliss was on high alert.
Yeah, I mean, and so then we go to this part, and so I think that Allison is my least favorite character on the show. Well, no, 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 no. Second least favorite character on the show after the king because she is an absolute hypocrite. She calls J. Cole cousin, Christian Cole, into the room. This motherfucker snitched on his whole self, bro. Like
Bruh, you just supposed to
they
sit there.
they he ain't asked for no chicken, he ain't asked for no lawyer. He
Mm-mm.
snitched on the whole operation.
Yeah, man.
And
That was like in every episode of the first 48, they find the thug and bring him in, and the thug be like, I ain't no snitch. Like, it was me and Dookie and Poo Poo and I mean I was just looking out, man. I didn't know what it was they was gonna do this. That was what Sir Keisha Cole cousin did, man. He just self snitched. Like she didn't even
he
really
self
interrogate him. She was like, "Let me
no,
ask you what happened." Yeah, we fucked. No, but I was going. Well, yeah. We got down, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro?
what are you doing? What are you
Yeah.
doing,
I mean,
man?
it was a crazy
And
scene.
then
She was like, "Let somebody told me that Rihanna was." Yeah, we was fucking. I don't know how I was gonna hide it. We was fucking.
I skied to the club up and
Yeah.
then man, like we went for about an hour, fam. I wasn't at my post. She had the special screwdriver that unhooked my clothes. You know what I mean? Like she did it. She hid my helmet, all that stuff, man. And like, but that's what makes her such a hypocrite. Is like bitch, like you sleeping with your former best friend, daddy,
Yeah, but
and
I
then
guess in
got
the
babies by him.
I guess in the realm, man, that ain't like that ain't how we that ain't frowned upon how we view it, right? But the other thing about it is all of this happened. We kind of skipped the part because her daddy put that idea in her head. You know, the people ain't gonna accept her if she become queen. So she gonna have to kill your son if she gonna become queen. Like that's what she gonna have to do. If she become queen, the people gonna get mad, and the only way she gonna be able to calm them down and claim the throne is if she gonna kill your sons, or all your kids, really. So I mean, I'm just saying. I'll see you later, and so she got that in her head, and then we also have to remember, old 1 Foot Joe came talking to her in the garden by the Wi-Fi tree, telling her, "Look, I mean, she was, I mean, like, I hope she alright, cause they gave her the morning after tea. Uh, I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
maester bought it himself. So I hope she alright." And so all of that is swirling in her head. And Sir Christian Cole, she still don't know. She don't know. She just got clues. Sir Christian Cole, like, yeah, we fucked. I mean,
I mean, just just came out with
But can you trust, like, can you trust him to protect, to be her sworn protector if he fold that easy? Right? Like, I'm kind of
no.
glad he folded because he couldn't be here. He wasn't good. He wasn't a good sworn protector, man. I don't know what they taught him in the Sworn Protector Academy or in the King's Guard Academy, but like, that ain't it, bro.
I mean, he was an affirmative action hire
Yeah.
because he was the only one out of the choices that had seen combat. We don't know what
Right.
kind of combat.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but it's more to it than that. Like, you got to be able to like hold your shit, and he can't
Right.
even hold. He can't hold water. I
Bro.
mean, dang,
I mean, and
he didn't
then
mess his heart, and then tried
see,
to kill himself at the end.
yeah, but see, I was not
Like, you don't just get to
surprised.
do that.
I was not surprised that he spilled the beans after Rihanna was like, "Look, man, like I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to be queen. I want me some glory. You know, it's good pay, 401k, the pension good. But I'm gonna give you a opportunity to be my side maester, my side sir, right? So you be my sworn
Mm.
protector. You come hit it every night, whenever you want to. You just hit it. You just be my side piece. And for all of that, you get benefits, you get health care, you'll be, in the King's Guard. I think, I'm not sure, the King's Guard unionized, right?
Uh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They all sworn to protect the realm by not fucking and having like little heavy uniforms on. So that was what they got, and that's what their union fought for.
negotiated. Yeah, so
Yeah, that's what
so
they
all,
negotiated.
they get all of that, and like I don't understand, if you love somebody, why you wouldn't accept that? Like, bruh, you get to keep your job. Like, ain't nothing gonna change for me except like you got to sneak and hit it, right? Like he don't even got to sneak because when they in the castle, there ain't gonna be nothing, nobody but her and Court and Jaden Smith, the fresh Prince of Valeris. So
Mm.
it would be only those two in there. So and they weren't hiding it from each other. So like they really would, for all intents and purposes, be married without the seal of the seven. You know what I'm saying? They just won't have the minister, the evangelist from the seven at the wedding, but they would, for all intents and
Yeah,
purposes, be married. And he said
yeah. I
no.
mean, he didn't want that. Like, he
He was
wanted,
crying,
going
bro.
back.
She,
He was legit crying,
he
fam.
was like,
Like,
I thought she was gonna say, "Are you, nigga? Is you crying?"
right, right. I mean, he was sad on the boat because he was trying to get her to run away to Essos. He
Yeah,
wanted, you know what I'm saying? He think they was just gonna be safe out there. Like, no, like, nigga, like, this is the motherfucking Targaryen. Like, you just
bruh.
can't hide in Essos with a big ass dragon. Like,
Yeah,
what you
and all this,
thinking?
like, first of all, the wigs and Essos ain't, there are very few wig shops, so they gonna see her Targaryen hair. Um,
Right. She gonna get snatched up by the Dark Rocket.
right. So
Uh,
he dry snitch on himself. Allison, I know you can't stand her. Allison, like I'm ambivalent on Allison, because you have to remember, Allison is basically Rapunzel. She trapped. It's like I mean, technically a slave. She didn't have no choice but to marry that dude.
she
Her
she's
daddy ain't
Sansa.
there no more, right? She got
She's Sansa.
yeah, she basically Sansa. Yeah,
Her dad ain't there no more. They wear the same hairstyle. She
mm,
tried to be holier than thou, and she thinks she know everything, and she don't know a damn thing.
right. So I guess we go from there to, oh, I guess that was start the big dinner, man, the big cookout.
Well, no, it was one thing before we get to the cookout that I thought stood out. So the king was getting a bath, and like, man, this one. So he got apparently he got leprosy, right? Um,
I
did you
don't know if that's
see?
leprosy, bro. I think that's dragon
Yeah,
pox.
I mean, he said he got leprosy. That's what the actor said that his character has. Um, you know what's weird about the actor? Like when it looked like he was dying in the tub, like they zoomed in on his teeth, and it's like he had baby teeth. I was like, I know this old ass man ain't got no baby teeth right here in the front. But
But
yo,
bro,
Mike, the big thing was, the big thing was, did you see they had a black maester?
yeah, man, right? Like so, and the Black Maester knew something was up, bro. Do you think they're poisoning him?
Wait, do you think the black maester was Ben Carson? Which I think is kind of the same thing you asking, because if it is Ben Carson, then he is poisoning him.
No, I think the Black Maester is not in on the poisoning. The White Maester is poisoning him. But yeah, that might have been Ben Carson, man. I
I
thought
think
he
that was Ben
looked in the
Carson.
face a little bit like Neo.
Like, oh,
Remember Neo was
yo,
in
I thought,
the Tuskegee Airmen movie, and he had that terrible
yeah,
Southern accent, man. But he was basically shuffling the whole movie, like the Black Maester. He went to a HBCU Maester school too. You could tell. But the Black
he did. It
Maester,
was in Essos.
yeah, was like, yo, bro, I could get you some herbal poultices, right? Like, but the white maesters was like, nah, 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 don't worry about it. Go ahead, go ahead. Bro, they poisoning him.
I think so. I think so. They trying to get him up out of there so we can move the story along. But yeah, man, I think the Black Maester probably went to Essos A&M
Yeah.
and you know on a full ride, full dragon ride scholarship.
Then he went to
And
Grand
you
Maester
know, I
school.
was
He got his master's in maestering at at the North State.
at North State. Is that where he
Yeah,
went?
yeah,
I okay, okay. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that because I mean he didn't even have his Mesa outfit on right. Like he had like the his had Fat Farm logo on the side.
yeah, yeah. I think that
I
was a
was like, how
food.
you
I
get a
think he
Fat
got his
Farm
from
logo?
Fubu Maester.
You think so? That's what it
Yeah,
was. That's what it
yeah,
was. He went. They had him half off.
yeah.
But so let's get to the royal wedding. I mean, so this wasn't even the wedding, right? This was like
Right.
the engagement party.
Yeah.
And but they had a reception where they played, DJ Khaled, T Pain, hands go up, and then they stay down because they kept doing this. And then
Yeah.
that's all I kept hearing was up down, like that
Yeah.
version of it.
It's like it was like that scene in Coming to America with the drums, where they play the drums, but then the white people couldn't dance after the drums, right?
Right.
Because you can tell that drum line was not from a HBCU. That was not North
It
State
was nice.
or SOS A&M drum line, bro. That was from uh, from
This was Lawson
from
State.
Westernmost University. That was from a
No, this was
predominant. Yeah, that was a predominantly Targaryen university drumline.
yeah, I think they came. What was the people name that took over Westeros that was like the religious zealots? What were
This
they
the,
called? That's the school where that drum line came from.
the what the
You know what
people
I'm talking
that
about?
did nah.
Remember the High Sparrow? They
Oh yeah,
came
yeah,
from the
yeah,
High
yeah, yeah.
Sparrow University.
Yeah, they yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like kind of like yeah, they from High Sparrow, a Christian white college. Not just predominantly white, but predominantly Christian white. Like yeah, you
Right,
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 you
right.
right. I did think I seen the High Sparrow University drumline logo on one of the drums.
yeah, that's what that was because it was all coordinated and everything. But yeah, man, I thought another thing, why Christian Cole don't wear a helmet? Everybody else wear a helmet, and he just like you know, like it's like they have to show him without a helmet so you can see his hair, so
Yeah.
that you can know he the one got the Targaryen, the Rihanna Targaryen pregnant.
And first
And
of all, my question about Christian Cole is where does he find a number one guard to keep his beard at a 5 o'clock shadow at all times? Like I never understood
yeah,
how he just it don't never be a full beard, it don't never be clean shaven. So he got to use a number one guard. Um, but yeah, you're right. He does not wear a, a helmet. I don't know why, man. I think because he probably had this helmet in the shop.
I know Rihanna took it from him, but I mean, he was literally holding it like the whole time, and I'm like, man, like if you get in combat, the first thing somebody gonna do is slice your head up because you ain't got the
Yeah,
helmet on.
but that
And
helmet is hot, man. Dude, so we know for a scientific fact because our grandmamas told us that black people draw heat. Do white people draw coolness?
I I mean, do white people draw? Like,
Uh, yeah, you're right. So, so they at the party, the engagement party, um, and the first thing I noticed is that first of all, the king. Like first of all, he got acid reflux. With all them sicknesses that he have, he got to have some acid reflux too. And he eating like every. Have you ever noticed that every time he eat, he just be chomping into stuff like he don't chew hard. Like he just eat like a
but you,
savage.
so you know why that is?
Right.
Because he don't have all his fingers to cut his food.
Oh,
So whatever he get off, like he just be happy to throw that in his mouth and
you're
eat.
right.
Because he don't
It's
know if his fingers gonna work on the next slice.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I was wondering how he get that little piece of meat, but on the chicken flat between the little bit that be in the between the two bones, and he don't have no fingers. So you probably right. That's probably why he got to eat like that. So
Man, he was cutting his meat like this. Like, like I was like, dang, he all knuckle with it. Man, I was cracking up on that part. I felt bad, but like he looked like he was in such despair. Like it's like he was so hungry. And it's like when nobody helping him. Like Allison wasn't there because she was trying to put on this little goofy ass gown that she got from Bishop Don Magic One. And then the daughter was there, like just surveying the scene. Like, damn, I legit gotta marry my cousin right now, and that motherfucker gay, and my lover over there, and he ain't got his helmet on. He could get bashed in the back of the head, and now I ain't gonna have nobody. You know what I mean?
and then like tell me this right. Tell me you didn't the first thing you didn't think you thought of when Corliss and his family walked in was they walked in. You know that Usher video where like like three-quarters of the video, him and his boys going to the club, and then they walk into the club and do a dance routine. But they walked in just like Corliss's family. I Tell me you didn't think they were gonna dance.
So I knew they was gonna dance, but I
No, I'm
didn't
talking
think
about
the
Corliss
dance was gonna
family
be.
was gonna break out into a routine. Like they walked in like they were Jabberwockies, like they was like a dance crew, man.
Yeah, but see, they wasn't on the same foot. Like
Um,
that's how I knew it wasn't gonna end well. It would have probably ended with, how that Michael Jackson hair got caught on fire that time. Like
yeah,
you gotta always be on the right foot. And they don't get on the good foot.
yeah.
You know
So
what I
they
mean?
come
Like you
in,
put your
and then Damon came in, man. Damon busts
yeah,
in.
Yeah, I like Damon bust in and threatened. Old boy tried to threaten Damon, and Damon was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna be in your hood
Yeah,
next week, man. Where you gonna be at?"
yeah,
I was like, "Damn, this shit was cold as fuck." He said he was
yeah.
gonna
Hey,
fly
yeah,
in
yeah,
like he
yeah,
got frequent 5 miles.
yeah. Forget about all that that nonsense about me killing your cousin. Hey, matter of fact, yeah, that's um. I think I sent some paperwork that's supposed to be mine. I gotta come fill out some paperwork. Hey, you gonna be around? Cause I'll be there, right? So you
Yeah,
want me to come see you?
he was like, "Where you from, homie?
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
but
I'm
tell
gonna
me
pull
this,
up
right?
on you."
You know, I know different people have different thoughts about Damon, but I don't care how you feel about Damon. You have to admit that of all the Game of Thrones characters, I'm talking about House of Dragon and Game of Thrones, Damon got the best entrances of all time. Like every time he walk into the room, bro. Like when he walked in after the battle in the Isles with the crown on, that was a badass entrance. When he
Yeah.
came, like even with the hoodie on before he killed his old lady, that was a badass entrance. Damon got the best entrances in history, bro. Like when he walk into the room, he must be planning that out, man.
Nah, I definitely co-sign that. I mean, he definitely walked in working his shoulders.
Yeah,
I mean, he got the swag when he pull up. I mean, whether he pulling up with the hoodie on, with the crown on, or he just walk in like, "Hey man, I'm here. What's up?" He ain't got no entourage. He solo dolo every time, but don't nobody try him.
right, right. He don't need no clique or no crew, man. Cause
Yeah,
they
I
know.
don't,
First of all, he didn't even need a clique or a crew in war, right? Like he was like, oh, that dude, the Mardi Gras man. Okay, I'm gonna go see him. Y'all just wait for me to go see him. And he didn't take a crew with him. So the only time he was ever with a crew, right, is when he had that police protection and was cutting off hands walking through Westeros in the first episode. But other than that, Damon rode dolo.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be wild to see, just how his story unfold. I mean, like it will if he ever get another crew or he just gonna, ride it out as a solo, like just, I came in by myself, you know what
Yeah,
I
I like
mean, with the
dolo.
shoulder lean.
Yeah, I hope he don't, man, because I like Dolo Damon, man. I like, he can't. You can't walk into a room with a crew like he walk in by himself.
So what did you think about uh the first dance, even though they weren't married yet?
Yeah. Oh, so they look. First of all, like I don't know who was the choreographer on that, um, but like I think so. First of all, we have to recognize, when this takes place in history. Electricity wasn't invented yet, so it was before the electric slide. This is the progenitor of the electric slide. This is the analog slide. The so
It's the analog side.
yeah. So, considering that, I think it could have had more flavor, but I feel like the Fresh Prince of Valeris have to hold back because he know that Rihanna Targaryen can't keep up if he start busting out the moves that him and his daddy them be doing at home. Because his cousins was there too.
But see, what you gotta remember, like his mother is the Targaryen,
Hmm.
and so that's where the rhythmless side comes from. And so, like maybe that was the analog little dance that they was trying to do. They was
Yeah,
trying to get the currents to flow, so eventually it connects to the data side, who brings in the electric slide
yeah,
part, and it just wasn't, it wasn't synergizing because he getting ready to marry his cousin, so they just gonna be, double no energy.
Yeah. So yeah, so I would give it like if they were on Dancing with the Stars, I would give them a 7.2.
You give them a seven, I give them a three.
Okay.
They could have came better.
Yeah.
They could have, flown to some part of the world where they, already doing the dances. They could have gone to see what the Doc Rocket jam into,
Yeah, you're right,
because
you're
we
right.
ain't
I
get
didn't
no good
even think
music.
about the fact that like they could just get on their dragons and they could have just had dance practice every day in with the best dance teachers in the seven kingdoms. So I forgot to factor that in. So I'm gonna lower my score to a 4.8.
Yeah, I mean, and not to mention, I mean, like, what do you listen to while you're on your dragon? Like, you got to be listening to some jams. You know what I mean? Like, are you feeding? Are you really feeding your dragon if you ain't, flying without your jams?
Yeah, well, you know, man, like you know how Rihanna is. She kept having rewinding that old the Spotify singer under the tree, man, under the Wi-Fi tree when he got to the part she like, remember? So
Yeah,
I'm gonna give him a 4.8. And then they everybody started dancing and it was crazy. I love it. One of the greatest pleasures in my life is watching white people dance. Like it's when white people dance for me is like when you like the battle scenes. Anytime white people dance on screen, I love it.
yeah. And I remember there was this place back in Birmingham where they would do it was at Brook. It was called Brookwood Live or something like that, and they were playing like anytime like three if three black people showed up and the live band saw those black people walk through the crowd, they would instantly start playing the Cupid Shuffle. And it's like they found out about the Cupid Shuffle and they just played it so that we could like maybe break into it. And if we didn't do it, then the white people would like start doing like ballroom dances to it. So like while Cupid Shuffle like essentially telling you to go 5 steps to your left. And this is a true story. I'm not even bullshit. Like it's actually happened. They would do like pirouettes. It's like that is not what the song calls for.
Yeah, man. I mean,
So
man. Like when we were in Birmingham, they used to have this event once a month during the summer at a museum, uh, not the Hidden History Museum, but Be Stuck and I would go and like when we got to the part where the white people would dance, like it was hard to pull me away because that was my evening entertainment. So
that was the best.
that's what the engagement party was like. That was my favorite part of the engagement party when white people started dancing until Keisha
A
Cole
whole
cousin,
fight broke out.
yeah, Keisha Cole cousin started acting like, who want to fuck with Hollywood Cole?
I mean, but it was the gay lover was talking mad shit.
Yeah, he probably had a little
And
bit too much, too much mead, man.
yeah, he had a little bit they put some a little bit too much poppy in his milk. He had the
Hmm.
milk of the poppy, he was gone off of it. And got
Well,
that milk of the poppy courage.
you know the
And
Lannisters were there. He might have had some of that honey wine from that the Lannisters brought, man. You know that's the
it
finest honey
could
wine.
it could it could have been. He could have put some in his drink, but he literally fucked around and found out because J. Cole beat that man facing him. And then it was wobbling. I was like, "Ooh, did they add a wobble in the face?" Like
Bruh,
you could tell it was like a little rubbery mask, and it
how
was
you, I
like
mean,
this with it.
bruh, I mean, I don't even know what the word is for what he did to dude. He didn't beat it in. Like how you crush somebody's face out. Like he really beat his
Yeah,
face out. Because it was puffier
right.
than it was before then, man.
Do you think he'll be charged with a hate crime?
It's got to be, bro. That's got to be a hate crime.
Is it a hate crime or was he doing his job?
So that's what I wanted to get
Was
to,
he in the
right?
line of duty?
Right. So let's forget about um, you know, him, not liking dude or him being aggrieved by old girl uh, asking him to be his side chick, or let's forget about the whole thing with Allison, right? If you are her sworn protector and it's a dude who know her secret blabbing at a party, do you got to kill dude? Is
I
that the
mean, you
job
kind
of a
of
sworn
got to, because
protector?
look,
Like if she,
I mean,
if that's what can prevent her from being queen, and your job is to protect her, do you got to kill her? Do you got to kill dude?
I mean, you kind of got to, man. I mean, because you got you like you at that point, you got state secrets,
Right,
and you got to protect the realm, and this is a part of the job. You
right,
know,
right.
you
And
know, the
and you know Viserys was not going to declassify these secrets.
not for another 100 years.
Nah,
So it was. I mean, it was a beat down. It was a very brutal beat down. And they went on to the wedding, so they got married, and Jaden Smith was crushed. Man. Jaden
yeah.
Smith was crushed, and so this
Well, we got to remember that we also saw Ratatouille. He was the witness at the wedding. He was sipping on
yeah.
some blood. He was a witness at the wedding.
Oh yeah,
I,
he did. I forgot about that part. I forgot about that part.
yeah,
Yeah, that was.
and I also
It
want
was
to
like,
commend.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
I want to commend the director for just how they shot that fight scene at the engagement party, because like it was like, how when you at the club and people get in a fight and you really can't see everything that's going on, and you be trying to see but you also want to get away in case somebody starts shooting. That's exactly how they shot the scene. Like, people was
Yeah,
running, but like you couldn't really tell what was going on. Did Damon kiss her, and is that what started it? Like, you don't know what's going on. Then all of a sudden everybody clear out, and it's just a puddle of a face on the floor.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's like I seen scrambled, like, how you scramble eggs. It was scrambled face on the floor, man. Like he scrambled that man's face.
So one last point on it. Did you peep the signal? It was a guy, Meatloaf, signaled to this other guy to jump into
The
the
Unbreakable,
frame.
one of the Unbreakables is. I wonder if that's one of the mountains, uh, you know, ancestors.
I don't know, but his last name is Strong, so they was the Strong Boys,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this from January 6th, like this that hidden messaging they throwing in here.
Yeah, they weren't proud. They weren't proud. They were strong.
Right.
Right,
Yeah, I
but
don't know. I thought that was wild, but I mean, crazy episode, man. That was a crazy ending. A lot of build up, a lot of conversations that just kind of led to this like
well,
build up.
before we go, we forgot the very end when old boy was about to fillet himself uh, in
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
next
J
to the
Cole,
Wi-Fi
J
tree, and
Cole.
Allison stopped him.
She did, and I actually thought she was gonna smash. I just thought she was gonna try to throw that
You
thing at
never know, man. You never know what happened. You know what happened in the Wi-Fi tree. Stay by the Wi-Fi tree.
her. That is very true. That is very
Right.
true. So this was the last episode that everybody is kids. So the next episode, I think we're supposed to like have all new actors and actresses. So we got to see, who look like who now. I mean,
Yeah.
for so long, we just saying bye bye to Philip Seymour Hoffman's daughter, and
Yeah,
and
Phyllis.
now we got to see
We'll see you
who the
later,
new.
Phyllis Seymour Hoffman. That's her name,
Yeah,
Phyllis Seymour Hoffman.
well, I thought it was Felicity. No,
Oh
I'm just
yeah,
playing.
yeah. I like that. I like that.
Now she got a weird, in real life, her last name is Alcock. So she all cocked up out of here,
Yeah.
She didn't, yeah,
I mean,
but anyway,
on the show she was all cocked too, but
right. He took
but
that thing from my uncle and her love.
yeah, but but yeah. So she's gone. Allison's gone. Um, like it's gonna be the kids are gonna be grown up. They're gonna be some badass
Yeah,
kids. Like I hope they don't make one
yeah,
of them
we got two
kids
batch kids.
like Joffrey, man.
Yeah, Joffrey or, with the Corliss side, hopefully ain't none of them Bebe's kids. So
Yeah,
we gotta see if Bebe pop up, Bebe Valerian.
right.
She'll
And we
be
don't
a
know.
cousin.
We don't know
So
if if the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, you know, and if we don't. First of all, we don't know if Rihanna pregnant or not, and she might be fooling the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, or they might be working together to fool people that it's the Fresh Prince of Valeria's kids.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was. We're gonna see. We're gonna see next week. But yeah, man, it's just another show, another episode of Them Thrones.
Them
You know what I'm
Thrones.
saying? I forgot to get a tagline at the beginning. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you feel the need, donate to the show so we can keep these laughs rolling. But it's all about them thrones.
Them Thrones.
Them
Them
thrones.
Thrones.
We just can't leave them
We
alone.
can't do it, y'all.
Them thrones.
Them Thrones.
Them
Them
thrones.
Thrones.
We back every week in your home.
And your phones.
Peace.
We out.